Davis Bridal.
What song is that?
The Davis Bridal commercial?
Bitch, is they still open?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question.
I haven't heard of Davis Bridal. I haven't seen anything from Davis Bridal in such a long time. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they close. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. Hope you guys had a great week. I had a good weekend. All I did was work. Like, I literally worked. Yesterday was the Eagles home opener. They lost. I didn't watch the game because I went to work. It was just kind of crazy because I happened to look at the schedule yesterday morning, and I was like, it was about to be crazy because ain't nobody gonna be there. I get to work.
There wasn't nobody there?
No. There was people there. Oh. The manager just came to work because I guess, a lot of people had Sunday off because, the Eagles game, or a lot of people worked that morning, nobody's going to be there. So they was like, okay, well, we're going to come to work. They came to work. They had ordered pizza, listen to the game. I was just there to work, and I just came home. It was just a working weekend. And I worked this morning. And my friend Malik was in town, but he's not really like here. It was just like a special thing for his family.
I know.
Oh, you seen her? Shut the fuck up.
I talked to her. No, I didn't see her.
You know what? Because I was worried. Because I know on the podcast you talk about...
worried about what?
Talking about...
No, you weren't worried. No. You were being nosy.
No. He brought it up, not me. And he was like... Yeah, Mikkel be lying. I said, yeah. And
let me tell you something. Go ahead, Malik.
Everybody's chiming in.
Go ahead, Malik. You just better play that.
Because I'm like,
he said what he's supposed to say. Well, Mikkel be lying. But who brought it up? Who brought the conversation, the topic up?
I don't even remember. It damn sure wasn't me.
He wanted to clear the air. Well, Mikkel be lying.
Somebody else that listens to the podcast is like, yeah, because I ain't know. So, we all in our group chat like, do y'all really talk about what?
Wow. That's a shame. You can't even have conversations with people without other people just being newsy. But you know what, Malik? Shout out to you. Because you did what was supposed to. You understood the assignment.
Good shit, like. Wow. I'm sorry y'all had to eat something, while we doing this video. But yeah, I watched some of Power, but I gotta go back to Power because
yeah, it was pretty good.
I was preoccupied, so I had to come back to that. And
with what?
Yeah, so I had to come back to that show. But what I was about to say, it was something about Power, something else I saw. It was something else I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. My mind is just going blank right now. Listen, I can't remember. I'm so mad I can't remember. Because you threw me off. Oh my God. So yeah, I did see Summer Power, but I can't sit here and discuss it. But it was it was good. It was good. And I really enjoyed last week's episode. Is that a live video?
No. I don't know why somebody would post that though.
Yeah.
No, it's not a live video.
It's not a live video. Okay.
Oh, all right.
So last week, everybody was talking about Nicki Minaj and balls and stuff like that, right? Now, I was really hoping that we could discuss it last week.
We can discuss it now.
Yeah.
We can discuss it now.
But let me just say this. I don't even want to sit here and like, you bitch, you this, you that.
No, not at all.
I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to say this. Nicki Minaj knew what she was doing the whole time.
Of course.
There is nothing innocent about this,
of course.
About the tweets or anything.
Of course.
And
of course, Kevin. I said, of course. You're absolutely right.
If my mind is correct, this crossover, like, we done forgot about the fact that I think she admitted she had COVID, like, during this time. Like, that's how the tweets led up into everything that was going on. She's talking about, I can't be with Papa Bear, I can't do this, and I can't do that. And then, like, it was like it went over everybody's head because I gotta go to her tweets because if I read that right, it was saying that she had COVID, but she didn't say she had COVID. And then all these other weird tweets came out, and you know she stopped tweeting, talking about she's not gonna use Twitter again because she said some stuff about them, and they say she lied. Now she went on this rant. Let's go. What day was last Monday? Today is the 20th, so it was the 13th. So, come on, Kevin. I'm trying to pull it up, y'all. She got all these damn retweets and tweets.
That's when she started?
Yes. So, I think all these polls and stuff is just to save face. Okay. So, let's start with how she started that. And that's not where everybody been starting off at.
You're at the 11th.
Okay. Here we go. Huh?
I was about to say you're at the 11th.
So somebody tweeted Nicki's last appearance was over a year ago.
Talking about the Met Gala.
Yes. It wasn't the Met Gala? That was just...
I don't know. Just get to the point.
Bitch, don't rush me. Because I want to come with the facts.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, start with the facts.
So she said, I have an infant with no nannies during COVID who, man, not risking health to be seen. One yourself. Okay. So they're like, we haven't seen you. And that's when she's like, well, bitch, I got a baby. It's COVID. I don't have no nannies. Whatever. Mm-hmm. So then...
Which makes sense.
Yeah. So then somebody tweeted about the Met Gala talking about Nicki will no longer be there. We could confirm earlier today. All of this stuff. Then she's talking about, y'all really believe this is the Met Gala? Somebody just on Instagram tweeting shit. So then... Let me go. So then she said... I love you, babe. I was prepping for the VMAs. Then I shot a video, and guess who got COVID? Do you know what it is not to be able to kiss or hold your tiny baby for over a week? A baby who is only used to his mama get vaccinated. Drake has just told me he got COVID with the vaccine, though. So, child. So, I'm thinking she's saying that she got COVID.
But who was she?
Because she was supposed to be at the VMAs, but she never made it.
Well, it sounds like she is talking about herself. She says, I was prepping for VMAs, then I shot a video, and guess who got COVID? Do you know what it is not to be able to kiss? She's referring to herself catching COVID.
Right.
And Drake telling her that he got COVID with the vaccine. Again, if you got the vaccine, like so many of us did, hopefully, because I know the nurse who administered the vaccine to me explained everything. You know why? Because I asked questions.
Mm-hmm.
It was made known to me that yes, you may get COVID with this vaccine, but your chances of being hospitalized, your chances of getting the severe symptoms as someone who is unvaccinated is far slim. Because I'm almost certain that Drake wasn't hospitalized. I'm almost certain that, you know what I mean? So, and I even told you guys about a friend of mine who actually got the vaccine, and then he actually caught COVID, and he did what it is that they told him to do, to take Tylenol. And the Tylenol worked, because that's what they told me. If you are to catch COVID, to take Tylenol. If the symptoms become worse, call 911. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, okay. So this is what you get, like, if you're getting vaccinated for the first time, normally, whichever brand you take, they give you a plethora of information for you to read while it's a long line. If you just don't want to hop in, just go ahead and get the shot. You want to sit there and read it first. So it just gives you all the details, and they tell you everything that's in the vaccine. But I don't know if y'all know what they are, and I don't even know what the hell they are, but they do give you everything that's in the vaccine, but they also let you know that this may prevent you from catching COVID. It didn't say it will, because this is a vaccine. And it gives you everything. Who should take it, who shouldn't take it, what to expect from taking this. This is all in here, in these pages. And it don't take forever to read this. It doesn't take forever. You can read this stuff.
But even if you don't get this, you can go online yourself and read up on information. But the thing that's bothering me, like you said, with Nicki Minaj knew exactly what she was doing. A lot of people tried to come on my page and defend her. And there was no way, shape, or form that you could defend that, because what Nicki Minaj was doing was telling everybody a story about someone that knows someone that she knows. Keep up. And it's always fascinating because women hate for men to tell them about their bodies. But it's always fascinating when a woman tries to tell a man about how he caught COVID or took the vaccine and the vaccine fucked up his testicles.
Right.
I was just like, huh? What are you talking about? Doesn't even come close to making sense. But I digress. Nicki Minaj knew what she was doing. A few people were saying, "Oh, well, she didn't tell people that not to." She just said that you should, but she knew what she was doing by telling that story. Because if you're telling that story to people who are already with the mindset, "I'm not getting the vaccine," do you think that telling a story about someone who got the vaccine and their testicles, whatever, do you think that's going to encourage people to go out and get the vaccine? Come on, that's like me saying, that's like me going somewhere and saying, Don't go to I'm not even gonna say it because you're eating, but don't
say it.
Don't go to any Chinese. Now listen, it didn't happen to me, but don't go to that Chinese store down there on 5th and Godfrey because every time I go in there, there's rats running around. You think if somebody hears that, they're gonna want to go to the Chinese store on 5th and Godfrey if you telling them that there's rats running around in there? No,
but be smart about it.
Yeah, but be smart about it. You know, I'm not telling you not to go. I'm just saying be smart about it. Just think about what you want to do because there's a plethora of other Chinese stores you can go to. You know what I mean? That's what she did. But if people are defending her, oh no, that's not what she did. That is what she did. I was born 35 years ago, not 35 days ago. Okay? I'm not stupid.
So somebody tweeted her, "Nicki, the vaccine doesn't prevent getting COVID. It prevents you from getting serious symptoms. Non-vaccinated people are 11 times more likely to pass away from COVID than the vaccinated." Then Nicki said, "Babe, that's not true. I had the exact same symptoms as people with the damn vaccine." But what symptoms are she talking about? See, the news hasn't talked about this. Everybody's talking about the big balls.
Right.
Nobody is talking about the fact that she had COVID. So she keeps going on and on and on. And I'm not reading all that shit. Then she said, let's get to the main part. They want you to get vaccinated for the Met. If I get vaccinated, it won't be for the Met. It'll be once I feel I've done enough research. I'm working on that now. In the meantime, my loves, be safe. Wear the mask with 2 strings that grip your head and face, not that loose one. So basically, Nicki is saying, if you want to understand the main idea of this, because you are required to be vaccinated for the Met, Nicki Minaj won't be in attendance because she is not vaccinated.
Right.
So when people are going out with these news stories that Nicki Minaj won't be attended because she's not vaccinated, where is the lie?
Where is
the lie?
There is none.
Because we've been taught reading comprehension. Comprehending what you are reading. Okay? And then she went on to tell everybody else, wear the mask with 2 strings. She had to say all of that. Just wear your mask. Mm-hmm. Wear your fucking mask. Oh, she's an expert on what type of mask to wear.
Yeah, oh God. But she's not an expert on what type of man she's laying down next to.
Oh no, you know what?
I'm not going there. I said I wasn't gonna go there because I really and truly believe I have a different take on that situation with her husband, and a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with me on that take with her husband. Mm. I really do have a different take because I've seen time, but I'm not going to go there. Mm-hmm. But I just think, Nicki, you got a lot of other things that you could be worrying about other than what type of... But
stop it. So
I just think that... Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So now you got Nicki. It's been 10 months, child. What other research are you doing?
Yeah, that's what bothers me, Kevin. When you see so many non-vaxxers saying that they need to do well, I mean, the vaccine's been out since December of 2020. Mm-hmm. What other research do you need? What are you reading that's taking you so long to read it? Now it's September.
Right.
It's been out since December of 2020. This is now September of 2021.
Yes.
What are you reading that's taking you so long?
Yeah.
What research is she doing that we don't know about? Because
I don't get it. So she went on.
what are they talking about when they say that?
I don't know. Like, because people, if you're doing research, I want to know what website are you going to?
Right.
Are you going to the CDC? Are you going to FDA?
Where are you going? And listen, and get this. There's nothing wrong with doing research at all. Nothing. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, it would be nice if some of them would provide us the research that they're reading, so that we can say, okay, you're reading something and you're learning, whatever the case may be. Not screenshots and things from conspiracy theory sites or Fox News.
I think most people, when they look for things if you really want to research things, you look for things that fall into the idea of how you think.
Right.
Kind of like how you seen Tank posting those stories, and I'm just like, this is just to fit your agenda. Mm-hmm. Like, you had to dig deep to find these things. You don't have to dig deep about unvaccinated couples dying.
No.
You don't have to dig deep about that.
Not at all. Not at all.
They were waiting. They were waiting to see what was going to happen with the vaccine. And you know what happened? Child, the classic ended up closing on them. It's sad. And I keep telling y'all know how I feel, because my mama had no choice to get vaccinated or not. So I'm telling you, you have a choice. Do it. Do not, don't be, I know people are hesitant. It's okay, but come on now. There comes a time where, how hesitant are you? Now we got the kids getting sick because adults don't want to wear masks, and the adults don't want their children to wear masks, and they're getting out there, and they're going to these PTA meetings, and they acting a goddamn fool on the microphone and talking about dumb shit. This, while children are sick, every week we see hospitalized, all these children hospitalized, and 300-something children that passed away, where it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way.
It's I feel like the number one research a person can do when it comes to this vaccine for them, not for the man on the moon or the man standing on the corner, but for them, is talk to your doctor. Mm-hmm. Talk to your doctor.
But most of them probably ain't. Let me stop.
You understand what I'm saying? But instead, but get this. Many of them, because you reposted it, are getting information from a news network that last year was for the vaccine because Trump was putting it out.
Right.
But now that Trump's no longer in office and Biden's running the show, now it's, we have questions. Yeah. But last year when Trump was behind the vaccine, they didn't have no questions. Mm-hmm. Everybody was for the vaccine.
Yeah, we had questions about the vaccine when Trump was in office.
Yeah, we had it about when Trump was in office.
Yeah. The thing is, I believe Trump was telling the CDC what to put out. Or it was some type of way they was doing it. One of the guys that was running them is not there no more. So it's like y'all are playing around with our health. Mm-hmm. And yes, I understand some people will be afraid, but you know what? I trust Biden's administration. And anytime Trump takes a vaccine and don't tell his own people, that tells me that something is good about this vaccine.
But get this. Last year, I think it was maybe in December or January when the vaccine first, I think it was in December. Mm-hmm. Every living president, other than Trump, went publicly and got the vaccine. Mm-hmm. Remember, they did like this campaign. Jimmy Carter, who's what? He's about to be 97. Last year, he was 96. Him and his wife publicly got the vaccine. Bill Clinton got the vaccine on camera. The Obamas did. George Bush and his wife did. Biden did. Trump, he did it behind closed doors. Yeah, we didn't even know nobody. He didn't even tell nobody that he got it. All the other presidents got together and said, you know what, we're going to do this publicly. Mm-hmm. To encourage Americans to get their shots. Trump, because he was so busy talking about a lie, about an election that he lost.
Yeah. He wasn't going to tell y'all to get that vaccine.
No, he wasn't going to tell you.
He's been sowing discourse about it for so long. He wouldn't even wear masks.
No. Because remember, early in 2020, the COVID virus was a Democratic hoax. It wasn't real.
Till he got it.
Then that's when it became real. And then after he got it, he still didn't wear a mask. Listen, stop getting your information from these celebrities. Mm-hmm. Talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor. If your doctor tells you that you can't or you shouldn't get it for whatever reason, then don't get it. But if you're not going to get it, wear a mask. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You talk to your doctor about your health. Please do that. But stop listening to these celebs. And this is what even made it worse, Kevin. Mm-hmm. She put out that story about this person.
There you go, right there.
That the health minister of Trinidad is looking for this person that she claims this happened to, and they have yet to find the person.
That's not real.
Because it's not real. Kevin, because it's not real.
No, my cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it.
That's an elaborate story, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Weeks away from getting married. The girlfriend called off the wedding.
Because he got big balls.
Because he got big. Now he's impotent. Yeah. So the minister of health down in Trinidad said, well, let's find this person so we can find out what exactly is going on. They have yet to find the person, the cousin's friend. Mm-hmm. Nicki Minaj has yet to tell us who the cousin's friend is. Yeah. And the cousin has yet to come out and say who the friend is. So nobody knows who the friend is. Nobody knows if this story is even true. Yeah. It's just a story that she told.
It's something made up. But then she's talking about, so just pray on it.
So just pray.
And make sure you're comfortable with your decision. Not bullied. Bitch, what? Let's see, I said I wasn't calling no bitch.
And people actually bought that story.
Yes.
And were arguing with me on my page about it. Like, oh no, you just don't like her. Common sense is common sense. Right. That ain't got nothing to do with not liking somebody. Mm-hmm. How could you possibly put out a story like that and then think that people were not going to question it? Mm-hmm. Oh, they ate her up on The View last week too. They ate her up. Oh my God, they ate her up from Whoopi to whoever was they all ate her up.
Was it like a Friday show?
No, I don't think it was a Friday show. But when this story first broke, like the next day, they ate her up because they basically was like, what are you talking about? You getting your information from her? And again, the minister of health in Trinidad is looking for this alleged person who's now impotent because of the vaccine. No one has yet to be able to find this person.
I haven't heard any story. Now, come on. How you know how many men that took this vaccine? How many men would be like, you know what? I'm impotent or I can't make babies because I done took this vaccine. That shit would be everywhere. Remember,
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How would this person know that they're impotent and can't make babies?
I don't.
Because of the vaccine.
Did he try after he... Because Nicki Minaj said it. It's true.
Did he go and try to make a baby after?
Before. Clearly. He became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married.
And the girl
called up the wedding. So,
and she everybody looking
for the guy, but where's the girl? Where is the girl that called up the wedding?
I'm looking for the cousin. I'm looking for the guy. I'm looking for the girl.
Yeah.
You know who else I'm looking for? The person who booked the venue. The person who ordered the flowers.
Yes.
Was there even really a wedding?
Come on. Where is it?
Nick, come on, Nikki. Why would you put this story out there and think that people wouldn't question it?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
And then somebody said I had to get the vaccine because they wouldn't let me look for a job or get a job and earn some money. And now I'm unsure about getting a second dose. Okay. So then Nikki told me, I know, babe, a lot of countries won't let people work without the vaccine. I'll definitely recommend they get the vaccine. They have to feed their families. I'm sure I'll be vaccinated as well because I had to go on tour. So you doing all this research, all to say I'm going to get vaccinated because I just want to feed my family.
But by the way, my cousin's friend who was getting married took it and became impotent. Right. But I'm going to get it. Because I got to feed Papa Bear.
Right. You know what? Let's keep the kids out of it.
But I'm just saying.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, I got to go on tour. But just a few tweets ago,
Right.
you're basically telling the men, don't get it, because your balls are swell up.
Right. Then she said, let me see what else she said. Why couldn't you say this first? Wait. Yeah, she said, why couldn't you say this first? Cause I say what I want when I want, how I want, putting pop. Internet don't scare me. So
somebody called her out of. Yeah.
So when Joy Reid calls her out about what she's putting out on her platform, now she's a coon.
Now Joy Reid is a coon.
Yeah, and I've never heard anybody call Joy Reid a coon or Uncle Tom or anything. But see, she used her platform to call you out, and this because there happened to be two white men as guests. Oh, now all of a sudden she's an uncle.
But get this, you're calling Joy Reid or Uncle Tom, and yet Joy Reid is questioning you about the information the misinformation that you're putting out there. But not only that, you and Joy Reid, if you say what you are saying is true as far as you getting the vaccine in the future, then you and Joy Reid are basically on the same page. Because Joy Reid is probably someone who is vaccinated, who wants people to get vaccinated. You're claiming that eventually you will get vaccinated. The two of y'all are on the same damn page. The only issue that Joy Reid has with you is the misinformation that you're putting out there in regards to this particular person whose testicles blew up, but yet nobody knows. It's always somebody knows a friend who knows a friend. It wasn't nobody immediate to her. Right. It was my cousin's friend who was getting married 2 months from now. But they're trying to work on a baby now. But all of a sudden they realize that she can't get out. What is going?
Yeah, I just don't understand it. And then she got mad because people kept tweeting out certain stuff that Nicki wasn't coming. Like, no, that's not what I said. Well, listen, you shouldn't have said anything.
You shouldn't have.
And then you're trying to clean up everything.
Right.
And like, baby, you messed up. Like, like in the beginning.
And I told one of her fans. On your page, oh yeah, because she was pressured. No, she wasn't. This is Nicki Minaj. Ain't nobody pressuring Nicki Minaj to explain why she didn't go to the Met Gala. If she didn't go, she didn't go.
Right. She
didn't have to say. As a matter of fact, she didn't even have to tell us that the requirement was you had to be vaccinated. She didn't even have to tell us that. She could have simply said not this year, maybe next year, and left it at that. Yeah. She went on to say, oh well, because they said that the requirement to be vaccinated. She knew what she was doing. She knew she was doing it too. And those that she was doing it to fell and ate it all up. You said something so brilliant in the very beginning, which is reading comprehension. Yeah. And a lot of people, my mom used to tell me years ago when I was a kid, that when you are, first of all, my mom was big on, if you don't understand something, you ask questions. Period. Nicki Minaj, if you really and truly don't understand the vaccine and you really and truly are doing research, I'm all here for it. I'm here for it. Because my mom used to tell me and my sister that whatever you don't understand, you ask questions. And you ask as many questions as you most possibly can until you understand what it is that's going on. Right. But my mom used to always tell me, don't read something just to read it. Make sure you're reading to understand what you're reading. Because if you're reading something just to read it and you don't understand what it is that you're reading, then you kind of like the Bible. That's why you have Bible study. That's why you have Sunday school. Because a lot of times some people can't just fully comprehend on Sunday mornings. So you need Bible study. You need Sunday school to help you fully understand and comprehend what you're reading in the Bible. That's why I always side-eye people when they say, oh, well, you don't have to go to church to be such and such and such. Well, how you know what you're reading? How you understand what you're reading if it's just you in the Bible? Because we all have questions. Yeah. So who you asking the question to if it's just you and your pillow and your laptop? Who you asking questions to? Who are you asking questions to? That's why it's so good to comprehend what it is that you are reading. And see, a lot of people read what Nicki Minaj said, but they didn't really, they just, they just, because they're
She didn't say that in a million ways. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. I've been walking this earth for a long time. Long time.
Right.
I am good at picking up when people are putting things down. I'm good at picking it up. Why? Because people will try to, if they think they got one up on you, then that's what they'll do. They'll say something and it'll go right over your head. And the unfortunate thing is, Nicki Minaj has a platform unlike a lot of people out there. And words have power. Mariah Carey said something years ago that I'll never forget. She said, I always said it's not if I make it, but it's when I make it. Because our words have power. And if you put certain things out into the atmosphere, then guess what? That's what'll happen. So she said, I never said if I make it, but when I make it. Nicki Minaj, our words have power, and you knew exactly what you were doing. You wanted us to know, that they were making people get vaccinated and you're not vaccinated and this, that. You wanted us to know that. Then, like Kevin said, because nobody talk about the fact that she admitted that she had COVID. Nobody talked about that. Because she admitted it in her tweets that she had COVID. And that it was difficult for her to hold her baby and stuff for a week because she caught COVID. She caught COVID. Okay? You know what I mean? And then she admitted that she talked to Drake, and Drake told her, well, guess what? I got the vaccine and I caught COVID too.
Right.
So now her brain is like, well, how you got the same symptoms as me? So she admitted to us that she got COVID.
Yeah, and again, you can catch COVID even though you're fully vaccinated. It's still a breakthrough. It's not many, but it can happen. And it's like if she knew that, she wouldn't have tweeted that.
Yeah. If she knew that, she wouldn't have tweeted that. That's why Drake didn't tweet that.
Yeah. So now she's coming at everybody. She's retweeting anybody that's on her side.
Because she feels like a fool.
Then she claimed she was in Twitter jail. Twitter was like, that's not true. Something happened. Now, I fucked up somewhere. Something happened between her and Twitter.
Right.
They blaming each other. One says it's not true. So she ain't been back on Twitter.
Well, she claims that she wasn't getting back on because of whatever incident happened.
But she's been liking tweets. She's been liking tweets. And somebody from Trinidad got her together. But you know what? I really love the accent. Because you know what? Every time I think about Trini Trent. Do you remember Trini Trent? Every time I hear the accents, just listen.
Nicki Minaj make a statement, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago just kick up a storm about it. You understand? It's almost like they want Nicki Minaj just to mention Trinidad name in every song that she sing. They want Nicki Minaj to like...
This is somebody defending her.
But I don't want to see that.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Understand what
I
he's
just
saying.
like the accent.
But because I didn't even know what he was saying. What he started off with. What was he saying? What was he talking
I don't remember.
Oh.
But... So he's defending her, and there was another guy that was on the news that was just coming at her, and it's like, well, you from Trinidad, all this.
Because right there, he's talking about something about music.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
All right, listen.
So this is another episode of Trinidadians attacking the wrong set of people. So Nicki Minaj made a statement. Apparently, every time Nicki Minaj make a statement, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago just kick up a storm about it. You understand? It's almost like they want Nicki Minaj just to mention Trinidad name in every song that she sing. They want Nicki Minaj to line them up one by one and get them $1 billion each. You know? Now there's so much going on in Trinidad and Tobago. There's so much thing that taking place in Trinidad and Tobago that it make Trinidad look bad. Or they ever see Nicki Minaj in love to kill anybody.
Who's making Trinidad look bad?
Or they ever see Nicki Minaj telling people to jack as the scene. Or they ever see Nicki Minaj leaving schools abandoned. Or they ever see Nicki Minaj promising out grants and they still can't get it yet. Or they complaining and kicking up a big storm about the wrong things in this country.
I don't know what's going on. What is he trying? What is he saying?
Spend our money. You know what shocked me the most? They say Nicki Minaj don't do nothing for Trinidadians. She's one of the artists that don't do nothing for we.
Nobody said. First of all, he's defending her against people who are saying she don't do X, Y, Z, which is fine. But what he's saying has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Right.
We're talking about her putting out misinformation about a vaccine, and he's talking about people saying she don't do nothing from Trinidad. For Trinidad, this apple ain't got nothing to do with that watermelon. So I don't care what we're talking. Listen to that. It's not even. What is he talking about? And she retweeted that.
No, she liked it.
Oh
no, but I thought she was off of Twitter, but she happened to like it. You know, because I'm stalking her page to see What's going on?
Yeah, well,
You know,
better you than me.
Yeah.
You
know, I gotta do my job.
Yeah, well, listen, hey.
Yeah, but I just think that, she's just trying to, in the beginning, okay, girl, you caught COVID, and then you just fucked it up. And then people start saying that, oh, well, you know what this is really about, Nicki, she don't want y'all to really be talking about her husband, and his situation with him pleading guilty and all that stuff. Now, I mean,
I hope that's not true, because if that is true, this right here will open the door for people to actually talk about her husband. Because what I said about her husband earlier, I was not trying to be funny. And again, like I said, I have some questions about that situation with her husband, because I just think that a lot of times when situations like that happen with young people, when the parents get involved, it becomes rape. And I can't necessarily say that he raped this girl, because I wasn't there, or whatever the case may be. I think people were saying that he was a certain age older than the girl, but then I heard that they were actually both young.
Yeah, like a year apart.
Like a year apart, but I know somebody personally who is on one of those pedophile lists.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't rape nobody, but he's on the pedophile list because he was messing with a girl, and I think he was 18 and the girl may have been 16, 2 years apart, whatever the case may be. Now, at 18, you're considered an adult. Mm-hmm. By the eyes of the law, you consider an adult. But then, if somebody is 25 messing with the 18-year-old, then an 18-year-old becomes a kid. It's looked at as a kid, because then people say, well, what do you have something to do? And that's true. You have nothing to do. Y'all have nothing in common. But yet, in the eyes of the law, that's an adult. But then, if it's somebody older messing with an 18-year-old, then the 18-year-old becomes a kid. I say this to say, there are a lot of situations where somebody's 18 and the other person is 16 or 17, and if the parents get involved and they find out this, and they want something done, if this person goes to jail, whatever the case may be, then this person has this stain on their record for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? I'm real hesitant to call Nicki Minaj's husband a pedophile, and I hope if I said anything earlier in this episode, it didn't come off as me, but I'm just saying, we have to be careful, because, I don't know the situation with her husband. That's why I don't judge him, because I know somebody personally who's in the same predicament, and it's like, wow, you get messed up with that age thing, but yet if somebody's a little older than them messing with an 18-year-old, then the 18-year-old is now considered a kid. But yet, in the eyes of the law, they're not a kid. You pick up what I'm spitting down. So it's like a slap in the face, because it's like, well, damn, it's an adult right here. But then if somebody older is messing with an 18-year-old, then they're not an adult, they're a kid. So it's like, well, I don't know. Maybe the age limit should be raised, because I don't know, because I don't see how the age limit is 18 legal, but then 21 to drink.
Well, yeah.
How about making the legal age 20 and then making 20 to drink as well? Because I don't understand how one is greater than the other, but then
you might be 21 and then mess with somebody 18, and then you can probably.
Yeah, but that's the confusing part for me, Kevin. Like, I get so confused, because I'm just like, I have nothing in common with the 18-year-old. I don't want to mess with the 18-year-old. Right. But then the eyes of the law tells me that an 18-year-old is legal. So if I don't want to mess with an 18-year-old, but let's just say Mikkel was messing with an 18-year-old, then people will look at me as a pedophile. But then I'm like, well, wait a minute, but y'all just told me this person was legal. So how am I a pedophile? You understand what I'm saying?
I understand, but I'm mad that you're sitting here wrestling with this.
Because it's good. Because I'm trying, like we said, I'm trying to comprehend.
You're comprehending because 18 is the legal age here in the United States. I think 18 should be the legal age.
But then some states down south, 16 is legal to.
Yeah, these certain states have their own laws of consent. I don't know if there's like a federal age of consent, but But I think that when you're definitely, first of all, when you're a teenager, you know what you're doing. Yeah. But there should be.
When I was 16, I wanted to mess with somebody. I did. And I was never told, but I never met anybody.
I've never told things I've done.
Again, no.
You know,
because like you said, you know what you don't.
Now, you know, it's different for some people because, you know, I don't know this is what I'm talking about, like rape and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's totally different.
Yeah,
because somebody will come and rape a 16-year-old, and that's something totally different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a 16-year-old consenting. Because I was 16 and 17-year-old, I was consenting. Okay? Oh boy, was
I was here yesterday. I consented.
I was doing everything, and guess what? I wasn't telling nobody, and I wouldn't tell nobody.
No,
because I would never put somebody else in a position like, oh, you did that with them, and how did you? No, I agreed to do it. They ain't nothing wrong. I was with it.
But you know what though? When you like in your 20s, there's no reason why you should be messing with nobody in their 18s. Let me just put that. I'm talking about like 25, and you mess with somebody 18. Deal with somebody on your level of capacity, like your brain power. But deal with somebody around. Some people don't want to do that. People like young people because they're easy to manipulate.
Right.
And you know, all I gotta do is give you a couple dollars, and you know you be doing this. Some people only deal with young girls, and
what do you do when somebody is 18 and they're still in school, meaning high school, and they're messing with somebody 16? How do we handle that situation? Because I kind of feel, I'm not saying that this is the situation with Nicki's husband, but I kind of feel like this is the situation with him because if memory serves me correct, I don't think he was over the age of 18 when he got caught with whoever he was.
Listen, all I heard that it was really that, from what I remember reading, that he really raped this girl, and now allegedly the family. Well, first of all, he allegedly raped the girl, and then allegedly. This girl is claiming that Nicki Minaj and all these people are contacting her, are trying to get her to drop this lawsuit. So that's what I've been hearing.
Now, again, because I'm not really caught up on her situation or her husband's situation, but I am caught up on her brother's situation.
Oh,
now that's just downright because her brother's semen was found in a little girl girl's underwear.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I don't know. I think the laws should be raised. I think the age limit should be raised because I just don't understand.
No age.
I just don't No,
I think they define the way they are.
Yeah, but see, it becomes confusing because it's like again, you're legal. You're legal at 18, but then you're not legal to drink until you're 21. So that's another 3 years. So it's just like. I'm an adult at 18, but then I can't do adult things until I'm 21.
Well, yeah, you can't drink until you're 21.
But then I can't get a license until I'm 18 because before I'm 18, I got to drive around on a license permit.
All right. Listen, you know what?
But then I can shoot a gun in certain states at 16.
Yeah.
That's where the confusing part comes in because it's like, when is a child a child? Why is a child when this happens, but then when this happens, they're not a child? Oh, no, they're legal. They're adult. I was like, wait, what's going on? Because when I was 18, I was still a child. Because I thought like a child. And I acted like a child. And I did childlike things.
Well, now the new limit now, if you want to smoke, it's no longer 18, it's 21. So you can't even buy cigarettes at 18.
You can't buy cigarettes at 18.
But you can vote.
And remember, you could, right. You could put a president in the White House at 18, but then you can't go and buy a cigarette. You can go fight in a war at 18, but I can't go buy a cigarette. That does not sound right. I'm sorry, it does not sound right to me. I can pick up a gun and go kill somebody in another country with the U.S. uniform on, but I can't come back to this country and go to the corner store and buy a pack of cigarettes at 18 or 19. That does not make sense. It just does not make sense. I just killed 20 people over in Afghanistan, and you telling me I can't buy a pack of cigarettes over here? That doesn't add up.
I don't write these laws.
I know you don't write these laws, and I'm not, I'm expressing it because it still has not made sense to me after all these years. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't even sit there and think about those laws
But we should. We should.
Because I've been 18 one time.
That's right. That's right. And we passed that. So, because we're actually grown now.
Yeah. So I don't sit there and be like, you know.
But I think about these things, Kevin, because I'm just saying to myself, of course, when we were 18, I didn't think about this. But now that I'm the age that I am, and I'm legal to do all of these things, it's kind of like,
let me tell you something.
wow.
18-year-olds is out there doing what they want. They want to smoke. They want to get somebody. They want to drink. They want to drink. This has been going on since forever, you know. But I don't think about those laws. You know, I really don't. Because first of all, parents, you should be involved in your children's lives on who they're dating, especially if they're 16. You know, if you approve of that, then you approve of it. But some people don't. They don't want their children dating nobody a couple of years older than them. If anything, you should be trying to get your education in school and things like that.
Because prime example, and I'm only using these two as an example because look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce just did the Tiffany's commercial. So they have a behind the scenes clip of the two of them, and he's showing off, I guess, a ring in her face, and he's like, "Oh, will you engage me or whatever?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I'll engage you." And then she looks over at somebody and she says, "Next year it'll be 20 years we've been together." So they've been together since 2002 when she was 20 years old, going on 21. The two of them are 12 years apart. That means he was well in his 30s when they got together. Now, people today in 2021, they shun that and look.
Oh, I still do.
They shun that and say, "Well, wait a minute. Why would a 30-year-old man be messing with a 20-year-old girl?"
Yeah.
And then, you see what I'm saying?
And it's true.
But that's
y'all ain't got shit in common. But then again,
but now they do.
But no, but now,
so it's
now, but it's like, come on, like, really, Jay-Z, really, like, I wouldn't want my nieces date nobody 30 years old. Like, they turn 18 next year. All right, so they could do what the fuck they want to do. I wouldn't want them to be dating no man that's 30 years old. What do you have in common with this man? Why do you like this man? Why is he even trying to talk to somebody like you? How many children do you have?
I can tell why. Can I be very honest? A lot of these men are attracted on physical.
Yeah.
And if an 18-year-old girl is out there looking like a 25-year-old woman on the physical, that's what they're attracted to. Now, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Young and dumb.
Yeah. Well, listen. The physical physique is also there as well.
Yeah,
because if you are built, if you're built, then yeah, these men are looking at that. You know, I highly doubt that a 20-something-year-old man is going to look at an 18-year-old girl. Two 18-year-old girls, one flat-chested that's built like a 15-year-old, and then an 18-year-old girl who's built like a 25-year-old. I highly doubt he's going to look at the one who's built like a 15-year-old. No, he's going to look at the one who's built like a 25-year-old. Because first of all, you're wearing the skin-tight stuff at 18. Your body is developed. So that's what they're looking at. That's what they're looking at. And then once they realize you about as dumb as two rocks rubbed together, then they really got you.
Yeah, but I don't see that. That fascination. I get, but you know, my mom was 10 years older than
your dad, right?
My dad, my siblings' dad, and Mr. Keith. So, like, she's always been there, what the fuck? Now, I don't know. I've never asked her, like, well, why did you always date young men? She said they wanted her, you know? So, I don't know. But that part is different. But I think if from a man, like,
I don't
know.
I don't agree with that because it can't be different for a man and okay for a woman. It can't be. It just can't because look how we did you know why? We still look down on that white lady who messed around with that little boy, and then when he became of age, they got together.
But she still was wrong. She shouldn't have been messing with no damn kid.
No, she was wrong when she was messing with the kid. No, she was wrong when she was messing him with as a kid. But I'm saying when he became of age and decided to still be with her, people still shunned the relationship because it was like, well, but he's of age now, and he's decided that he wanted to be with her. Yeah, kind of like look at our good friend Duran. His mom was his dad's school teacher. She taught his father in school. And then when he became an adult, they got together and got married. I don't see no difference other than the gender.
I think it's different because it's different because when you're a woman, women are not known to be like dirty. As far as like
that's not true because women are known to be dirty and be pedophiles. It's just that it's not reported.
No, I'm talking about not like men, not like men. It's very rare that you will find a woman who do things like how men do things. And when I'm talking about men, I'm talking about men that prey on young girls. It's not a lot of women that do that type of stuff.
Yes, it is. We hear about it all the time in high school.
It's not a lot. It's more men that's willing to do those things than with women.
No, you're saying it's not a lot because it's not reported.
It don't have to. Listen, Mikkel, no. I'm talking about based on what I know. And what I know is that you don't have a lot of these young boys out here being groomed by older women. Just to be with them. Like, a lot of men will groom these young girls just to have sex with them, and once they get what they got, that's that. You don't see a lot of women going around doing that. It's not.
I'm not saying that agree to disagree.
I'm not saying that you don't have no cougars out here because you do.
But that's the thing. Don't call them a cougar. Call them what it is. See, you are. I don't know what it is with you and being okay with women being pedophiles, but then men can't be pedophiles. No. Nobody, because you're giving them the title of a cougar.
Wait,
how you gonna give a woman who preys on young boys a title as a cougar, but then a man who preys on young girls, he's a pedophile?
Because I don't know a lot of young women that's like, okay.
Because you don't know them, don't mean that they don't exist.
I don't say no, but that's not. But see, you trying to make it okay as an it's both sexes. It's not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying that. No. I'm saying wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong.
No. I'm
you
not,
can't say, because it's a woman, it's okay.
But I'm not talking about women dealing with children. I'm talking about as adults. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about too.
That's what I'm not talking about children. Yeah. I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about of legal age. You don't really hear and you don't see a woman that's 30 when they say,
Let me ask you a question. Duran's mom was Duran's father's school teacher in school. She taught him.
But see, you make it seem like he was in the first grade.
No. Well, I think his father was very young when she taught him.
He was. I think he said like middle school or.
That's still a child. What are you talking about?
No, but see, I'm thinking like, this little.
No, that's what you're thinking. But it doesn't matter. He was still school age.
No.
When his father. So because he was in middle school, that makes it okay.
But it doesn't.
I haven't even asked the question. Can I ask the question? No, let me ask the question.
Because that's different.
No, but it's still different. Okay.
It's different.
Duran's mother taught his father.
What about it?
When his father became of age, they dated. Okay. They got together and got married.
Right.
If I was the same age as Duran's mother, and somebody was the same age as his father, and then when they became of age and I dated them, how would that be? Would I be a mess, or would it be okay?
I'm not thinking about that. I promise. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not. Because if it's somebody else to it, first of all, you're not getting in the bed with me. Like, what the fuck is going on? No.
I'm just saying.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't even feel comfortable. No.
Because technically, while Jay-Z and Beyonce were 12 years apart, she was still of legal age.
Yeah, she was. But I'm saying, technically, but why?
Why? Because he was attracted to her.
No.
And she was attracted to him.
No.
I highly doubt that Jay-Z was trying to prey on Beyonce. Now, don't put that out there.
Every man in that fucking industry wanted her.
Yeah, wanted her, but that don't mean they were preying on her.
Boy, stop.
Wow.
They ain't had shit in common.
Wow.
He's 32, 33. She's 20.
I agree.
What the fuck?
Listen, I agree to
what
disagree.
The fuck? No. We're not gonna try to clean this up.
No.
Because it's Beyonce.
I'm the one who brought it up.
Yeah.
So how am I trying to clean it up?
I'm just saying. So no.
It's bad for Jay-Z. It's bad for Jay-Z to do it. But then when a woman does it, then no, she's just a cougar.
No, but I'm saying it's no. I'm not saying all. I'm not defending all women saying that. No, Mikkel. That's
what
not
you
what
said.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you said.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you said.
That's not what I'm saying, and you know that.
That's what you said.
Yeah, you do have some places.
But I think you feel that way because your mom was in that position. Because you said your mom was always older than her man.
She's always older, at least.
But I think that but I don't see anything wrong with that.
Listen, the
all of the men were of legal age.
Listen,
right?
It's different. Yeah, they were. Right. And she wasn't like praying on nobody.
No, and nobody said she was. Nobody said she was.
But what I'm saying is, you do have men that do that,
and I know that. But you also have women that do it. But you're telling me,
it's not that much. It's not as much as men do it. But you're trying to say, oh, but it's bad because both of them do it. No,
yes, it is bad.
But you don't hear, no, talking about, oh, because they don't report it.
Somebody go, let me tell you something. 18-year-old go in there and piss on the floor. And then a 5-year-old go and piss on the floor. Oh, no, it's okay because he don't know no better. But no, they both shouldn't be pissing on the goddamn floor. They both should be peeing in the toilet. So one does not make it better.
But damn sure better have his aim better than the 5-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. But the 5-year-old should know to piss in the goddamn toilet at 5 years old.
Yeah, well, he better.
So
Can you imagine me dating somebody 22? I can't even imagine me dating somebody 22.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I couldn't imagine you dating somebody 22, but I damn sure wouldn't judge you because the 22-year-old is grown. How can I judge you if they're grown? See, you're looking at it as, oh, well, they're a kid to me. Yeah, they may be a kid to you mentally, but they're still an adult. So that's why, again, I have an issue with this whole ageism thing. Oh, this person is legal, but then this person's not legal. So then when do they become legal? Oh, so they're never legal because they're 10 years younger than you?
No, you have a legal age, but come on now. This should be a gap where you be like, you know what? Okay, I would.
Everybody's not going to date somebody who's a year or two younger than them. Some people fall in love with people who are much older than them, like your mom and her husbands, and then some people fall in love with people who are much younger than them. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Just as long as everybody is at legal consent. That's all.
Right. If that make you sleep better.
Now, do I want to date somebody at 20? No, it does make me sleep well at night. Because if I ever got caught up with somebody, if the cops ever pulled me over at 35 with a 21-year-old, ain't nobody going to jail. Because both of us in this car is legal.
Well, if y'all got your clothes on.
Well, that's something totally fucking different. Okay. Because should nobody be outside doing nasty stuff. So you're getting arrested for public nudity. You're not getting arrested for transporting or transferring a minor. No minor will ever come up on the papers because nobody's a minor in this car. Mm-hmm. So no, I would never feel any kind of way if I get pulled over with a 20-something-year-old because we're both legal. Now, if I get pulled over with a 17 or 16-year-old, then yeah, I need to worry. Especially if they're not related to me. Why are you in the car at 35 with this 17-year-old? Where y'all going? What are y'all doing? That's how I would look at it. But somebody who's 21, why would I judge somebody when they're grown? They're grown.
If that make you feel better, then that's fine. But for me, in my 36-year-old body, I don't want nothing to do with nobody at 20 years old.
Only the women can do something with somebody with 20 years old.
No. Okay. I'm not saying it don't happen where people fuck. Like, people do it, but for me...
Well, by your estimation, a woman who's 10 years older than a man, that's okay.
That's fine. It happens too.
But a man that's 10
you don't
years
always
older
hear
than
about
a woman...
it. You don't always hear about it.
The man that's 10 years older than a woman, that's not okay.
I'm talking about... When I look down upon it, I'm talking about more men who show they have a pattern of like doing these things to young
But what
girls.
if it's not a pattern? What if it's a man who becomes attracted to somebody who's of that age? Then it's what? Not right.
I think you're just saying things just to disagree at this point.
No, I'm not disagreeing at all with anything. Because I'm just trying to figure out why is it okay for a woman to be 10 years older than a young guy? But
First of all, I didn't say that.
You did.
I didn't say that it's not okay. I didn't say that it's not okay for anybody. But what I'm talking about is, yes, when I look at the Jay-Z and Beyonce situation, come the fuck on.
But we're not talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
All right, but you brought them up.
Yeah, because we already established them. So now let's bring this up.
So now, okay, you still 30 and 20.
Then you said,
push the gap back.
He wasn't in the first grade. He was only in middle school. So
push the age back.
And if memory serves me right, I think
if you saying they like 27 and 40, right? I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, there's 13 years, but when you pass a certain age, your mind is fully developed as an adult.
So so basically anything under 25.
I think so.
Well, then say that.
I don't have to say that.
Because I don't know. Because I'm thinking that your mind. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you're thinking, oh, anybody who's 10 years younger should not be with each other. But if you feel like before 25, then nobody should be with them, then that makes a little bit more sense. But because you're not saying that, then I don't know. But I'm just looking at it as you keep saying 10 years, 10 years, 10 years.
No, because it's people that's... Now, first of all, some people are dead wrong when you see that there's a 30-year age difference. Now, bitch, you 35 and he's 65. You only there for that check. You only playing with his balls and playing with that until he dies.
Well, some 65-year-old people look nice.
Yeah, some of them do.
They do.
Some, not all. Because I've seen some people they look 60-something and they're still in their 40s.
Well, I've seen some 30-years who look like they're 50.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, damn.
So, listen.
I don't get that. I really don't. Yes, I do. You gotta be good to yourself and everybody. And I gotta do something because this belly about to be 37. I gotta get together sometime. And what you gonna do? Because you look at you.
Ooh, mine isn't as big as that. That's for
Well,
sure.
no, it ain't.
Damn sure.
It ain't that big though, Mikhail. Look, it's not bad.
And you did
I'm not
what
even
with
sucking
who?
it in.
You did. Oh God, you did what with who last night?
Oh no, that's my little hood. But
You said hood.
yeah,
This hood or your hood?
he ain't from this hood.
What hood is you from? North Philly?
I'm not telling you. I would never tell you.
Why? I don't know.
I know you don't.
Or do I? Maybe scared to
No,
Show me
but
the-
when I be seeing, you ever go on their Facebook page, and then when
I gotta tell you something about this one. Hold on.
and then you see their mutual friends.
This one? Don't say no name. I gotta tell you something about that.
You know what? Let's talk about it now.
Yeah, let's talk about it now.
I gotta get
Yeah.
right.
Bitch, when you hear this, you're gonna be over it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank y'all for watching.
And I hope,
We'll see y'all later this week.
I hope I
Hold
ain't
on.
the camera.
No, it better not have.